Yes, this is DJ Shauno here, right here on Average Joe's Radio. You're listening to Mud Diggin' Down Under. Today it's a feature show with an interview with Demun Jones as we're entering Jones County with the freshly released CD. Make sure you get a copy of it on iTunes and of course go to his website www.demunjones.com. Let's get to the interview.
Ountory.
G'day, mate. This is Colt Ford. That's pretty good for a redneck.
Big B, Moonshine Band, Suburban Noise Records. Let's go!
I'm an outlaw. Give me 2 shots. We don't need a radio. Bring a jukebox for my outlaws. Bring me 3 shots. We can raise hell before the speed stops. I'm a whiskey drinking SOB. If you don't like that, then you won't like me. I'm an outlaw. I said I'm an outlaw. Ountory.
From the Outback to America and beyond, he's too big for one continent. It's DJ Shauno on Average Joe's Radio.
I'm an Australian boy. I'm an Australian boy. Stand by my mates, so stand by the flag. I'm an Australian boy. I'm an Australian boy. Happy living the green and gold. I'm an Australian boy.
Ountory.
Australia, America, everywhere. I'm DJ Shauno and this is Mud Diggin' Down Under right here on Average Joe's Radio. G'day mates, welcome to another edition of Mud Diggin' Down Under right here on Average Joe's Radio. Today we're going to be getting down and dirty with the man behind the beard. We're talking about Demun Jones as we cross that county line and explore Jones County. It's a freshly released album, only been out for a few days now, which has been delivered by Average Joe's Entertainment. I hope you enjoy the show and the chat I have. We get pretty personal in there with Demun, as well as talk about some tracks off the latest album, Jones County. Let's now enter Jones County right here on Mud Diggin' Down Under here on Average Joe's Radio. I'm DJ Shauno.
Dixie Dimes, you should see the trucks. Bigfoot, status jacked up, and they all homemade. Man, it's just nuts. The rain moving in, so we moving on. Now we gon' ride it to the
Mount up if you got a big truck. Yo, this is Demun Jones, and you're listening to DJ Shauno's Mud Digger Down Under on Average Joe's Radio.
We gon' sling it till the wheels fall off.
Joining me on Mud Diggin' Down Under here on Average Joe's Radio today, an artist who co-wrote a lot of material and toured with Rehab, and he's recently celebrating the release of a solo album of his own now. He's a brick mason by trade, a family man, and a Georgia boy through and through, having his first mainstream success with credit for writing Colt Ford's popular track Ride Through the Country, which of course became the title track of that album. He's a great fella who I'm privileged to have on the show today as we chat to him about his album. The album is titled Jones County, and I've had a few weeks to have a feel for the album now before talking today. It's all killers, no fillers on Jones County. It's available on iTunes and of course Demun's website, demunjones.com. Follow him on Twitter, Facebook, and check out the album. You won't regret it. Get ready as we're about to step into Jones County as we welcome to the show the man behind the beard, Demun Jones. G'day mate.
G'day mate, how are you doing?
Good stuff for the Aussies out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, straight off the bat, Demun, tell us about your name. Where did that originate from?
It was really a nickname that I earned when I was a teenager. I think it really just comes from being energetic and aggressive. It was never meant to be evil or anything like that, but I think people that once they got to know me or saw me perform, they knew that it wasn't anything, satanic or nothing like that. It was just a nickname, for being such an energetic cat.
Good work. Now, before we talk about the music, I want to give the listeners, particularly the Australians, a bit of a feel for who you are as a person and where you come from. Can you tell us a bit about briefly how you started getting into music, as I believe you wrote your first song when you were only 15 years old?
That's correct. Well, I grew up, my parents played music around me that was their favorite, like Southern rock and roll and Motown music, like Smokey Robinson, and I grew up a lot on Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5, and then there was the Allman Brothers and Leonard my oldest brother listened to Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, someone who y'all are familiar with. You know, these were the sounds that were playing in my normal day. I would hear the Gap Band, Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye, and Black Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? And that definitely influenced me, and I think I have a well-rounded palate when it comes to listening to music. But when the breakdancing and the hip-hop started to come out, I couldn't ignore it. You know, I was always into trying to mimic the artists that I would see on TV, whether it would be them dancing. And, you know, I couldn't play an instrument at the time. You know, I never played until I was grown, but I would just mimic them dancing around the living room. And then when the breakdancing came out, it made me want to dance all the time. And then eventually I learned that if I want to really be a part of music, that I can't do it dancing. Like, I have to start writing the words. And that's how I got into writing it. But hip hop was the music that made me feel like I could do it myself, because I wasn't a trained singer. I wasn't a singer my whole life. So I just started writing my own rhymes when I was probably 15 years old. And then I just noticed that I had a knack for it. And then over time, I was able to develop my skill that I could really display what type of lifestyle that I live. And do hip hop that was southern and country in nature, because I'm in the southern country part of Georgia. You know, I'm in the middle of Georgia where it's all hayfields and pine trees. And you know, I learned how to swim in a creek. You know, I didn't. You know what I mean? Not a swimming pool or the ocean.
Yeah.
And I used to go to work with my dad when I was a little boy, all the way up to when I was grown. You know, and I just wanted to reflect some of that hard work upbringing and and the southern hospitality and the manners and stuff like that. I wanted to try to roll that into my hip-hop influence, and I think I've done that with Jones County.
Yeah, you've got quite an array of musical influences in there, that's for sure. Now, who are some of the influences in your career personally thus far?
In my career, you know, once I realized it's what I wanted to do for a living, I would have to say Wu-Tang Clan, Kid Rock, Jay-Z. Those are some of the main, those are some of my biggest influences, for sure.
And on a personal level in your career, who's been close to you personally that's really, you know, driven you to pursue this career?
I would have to say my father. You know, he's been a brick mason because he's been working as a brick mason since he was 12 years old in the same area of Georgia. And he just always told me that laying brick, it was an honorable job, but he always told me that I was much more capable to accomplish anything that I put my mind to. He said that he just knew that from raising me, that if I put my mind to, if it was really the music I wanted to do, that I could do it no problem. And when, you know, he kind of told me that, I really believed him, and I just kind of went toward it, you know. And I'm surrounded with great friends. I have brothers and sisters, and all of them support me, and, you know, and always have been my number one fans. And now my wife and my little girls are my number one fans. And, you know, I have to say my little girls, they sing my songs, they dance to my songs around the house, and I have to say that's a big influence to keep going as well.
Great stuff. Now, going back to your rehab days, tell us about some of your memorable experiences from back then.
Well, when you live on the road for about 10 years, there's memorable experiences. We toured Kid Rock and Uncle Cracker, and every day is full of things you don't want to forget. You know, you're around some of the people you've tried to emulate, you know, and try to accomplish what they're accomplishing, and then you're riding around with them. And we share the stage with, you know, Rev Run and Kid Rock every night for a month, and that's like the original rapper and the original white rapper, you know, it's like, and then we were right there, so that was quite an honor. And I mean, we've rubbed elbows with the biggest and the best in the business, and some of them are our friends, you know, and we can call on the phone, and it's just the whole experience. I wouldn't be able to cut out one day or one instance, but I mean, we've had countless times from something so funny happen that we all laughed until we cried, and then we've had, you know, 100 things happen where you're like, I wish I could just, you know, save this moment and put it in my pocket so I can pull it out anytime and feel this way again. You know, we've done shows in front of 7 people, and we've done shows in front of 37,000 people, and I'm trying to appreciate every show and perform as if it was 37,000 every night.
Yeah, it's certainly been one hell of a ride for you, that's for sure. And your first mainstream credit for songwriting came from the man Colt Ford with the track Ride Through the Country. How'd this all come about for you? And I bet certainly hearing some of the stories you're just talking about now with some of the artists you performed with, you must have really been pinching yourself to be breaking into the industry as you have, because there's so much talent out there.
Right. Yeah, you know, that song came about, well, the way Colt got it, it's a very long story. I actually wrote and recorded the song myself before I started touring Rehab. And I was working with Shannon Houchins, who's the president of Average Joe's, who, of course, started Average Joe's with Colt Ford. So it's a song me and Shannon did together. And so they had Colt Ford, you know, rewrite the verses and change the hook around to a song I had written. So when I wrote it, I wasn't writing it for Colt. It was actually a song that I did for myself. Yeah. And it wasn't called Right Through the Country. It was called something else. But then they remixed it and changed the words to it and made it his own, which I was fine with. And they turned it into something that had John Michael Montgomery singing on it. You know, this is a guy who I'm pretty sure he's won Grammys. I mean, he sold tens of millions of records, you know, country music records in this country. And so, I mean, I was kind of honored to be included in the conversation. And I do think that was definitely an opportunity that happened to me. Like, it's not like you understand what I'm saying? It happened to something I did 7 or 8 years, you know, ago, and then 2 or 3 years after that, they went and they used it. And I mean, I get a check for it every quarter, and my name's listed on the song as a writer. Yeah, and that's put me in a lot of conversations.
Yeah, fantastic, Demun. Well, we're going to hear that track right now on the show, and then when we come back, we're going to talk a bit more about you as a person before we cross the line to Jones County. You're tuned to a Demun Jones feature here on Mud Diggin' Down Under, here on Average Joe's Radio. Here is the first mainstream credit, as I said, the track written by Demun Jones, performed by Colt Ford. This is Ride Through the Country, right here on Mud Diggin' Down Under.
Thank y'all. How y'all doing? Yeah, my name's Colt Ford. I just came here to do a little song for y'all about where I come from, the way I see it. I brought my buddy, Mr. John Michael Montgomery, with me. He's gonna play a little guitar, sing a little bit. I'm gonna do a little something for y'all called Ride Through the Country. Let's go, John. Down the road where the blacktop ends, you can find Colt Ford with all his friends. We used to gravel roads and fishing with cane poles. Wasn't no swimming pools, just swimming holes. We was dirt road poor and cane switch raised. I done came a long way since back in the day. Been around the world twice, seen all 50 states. Ate them $1,000 China, but love some paper plates. There ain't nothing wrong with them big city lights, but me, I prefer them slow country nights where I can see the darkness come and then go. Most folks is honest and they all speak slow. You can leave your door open, ain't nothing to happen. Most country folks sang, but I couldn't, so I'm rapping. I wanna show y'all where I come from and invite you all down to any country town.
Now before I pack my things and leave, there's something need y'all to understand. I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime, that's why I walk the line. I'm just a simple man, and I done the things for cheap thrills, but all my scars heal, so don't you ever cry for me. Cause I ain't ashamed where I'm from, you're always welcome to take a ride through the country.
Up, dressed and gone by 5 a.m. He's country and he's rapping, we got to play him. Folks been waiting for someone like me to give them some hot beats and spit that country. My jeans don't sag, they fit and kinda tight. Got on a white t-shirt, no nothing but work. Daylight to dark, that's how I was bred. And I'm gonna keep being country till the day I'm dead. See, country folks eat biscuits called cat heads, barbecue, baked beans, sweet tea, and white bread. We like to fish and hunt, ain't scared of a fight. Love the good Lord and believe in doing right. Got 4-wheel drives, some got mud on them. You can keep your Rolls Royce, cause baby we don't want them. So now you all know exactly who I am, and if you ain't into that, I don't give a damn.
Now before I pack my things and leave, there's something need y'all to understand. I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime, that's why I walk the line. I'm just a simple man, and I done the things for cheap thrills, but all my scars heal, so don't you ever cry for me. Cause I ain't ashamed where I'm from, you're always welcome to take a ride through the country. You might see me on your TV, but honey, that don't mean a thing. You see, I'm still that same old country boy, and that's all I'll ever be. And sometimes those bright lights blind me and make it hard for me to see. But when I need to be reminded, I take a ride through the country. Yeah.
At about 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon, them country boys head down to the local saloon. You welcome to stop in and have a cold bottle. Big city boys are stuck up supermodels. We don't care where you're from as long as you polite, cause push come to shove and every one of us will fight. We mostly easy like Sunday morning. Old Coke came here to give y'all fair warning. Country folks won't be pushed around, and there's some of us living in every town. We believe in the Bible and the USA. Work hard for what you want, it's the American way. Nobody owe you nothing, supposed to earn your keep. Put in a hard day's work, get a good night's sleep. I know some of y'all think I'm cold, it's kinda odd, but I'm loud, proud, and country by the grace of God. And
now before I pack my things and leave, there's something I need y'all to understand. I've seen a lot of things in my lifetime, that's why I walk the line. I'm just a simple man, and I done the things for cheap thrills, but all my scars heal, so don't you ever cry for me. Cause I ain't saying where I'm from, you're always welcome to take a ride through the country.
Yes, this is DJ Shauno here, right here on Average Joe's Radio. You're listening to Mud Diggin' Down Under. Today it's a feature show with an interview with Demun Jones as we're entering Jones County with the freshly released CD. Make sure you get a copy of it on iTunes, and of course go to his website www.demunjones.com. Let's get back to the interview. Now, still on you, Demun, as a person, I'm going to throw a quiz at you now, mate, and I want you to come through with the first word that pops into your head. I do this quiz with a lot of Australian artists, and now I've started to do it with the American artists, and I've had to tweak it a little bit because I refer to football teams and stuff over here, so I've generalised it a little bit, but you ready for it?
Bring it on.
Okay, mate. Favourite food?
Mexican.
Favourite drink?
Sprite Zero and coffee.
Yep. Favourite TV show?
Favourite TV show? Sports Center.
Favourite movie?
Glory.
Speaking of your favourite TV show, your favourite sport?
My favourite sport to play is baseball. My favourite sport to watch is basketball.
Favourite hobby or pastime?
Playing the guitar with my little girls.
Favourite car?
Favorite car?
Yep.
This is a tough one because there's several cars I want. I would have to say, is this car or truck?
Whatever you like, mate. It can be a truck, can be a car.
My black Toyota Tundra Platinum.
Favourite gig or venue or city? Or just your favourite gig that you've ever done?
There's two. Gibson Amphitheater, Los Angeles for Kid Rock. Palms Casino, Las Vegas for Kid Rock.
Sound like they would have been big shows.
Yeah, Wild Bill's in Atlanta. Rehab is up there as well.
Yep. Your favourite band?
My favourite band? This is tough. I would have to say Led Zeppelin.
Yep, classic Led Zeppelin. Your most memorable moment?
How can you... It's hard to pick anyone above them.
Yeah, most memorable moment.
Musically or in my life?
Whichever, you can do one of each if you like.
Musically, I would have to say backstage at the Gibson Amphitheater. I was in Kid Rock's green room, sitting at the piano, and he sat down beside me, and we played the piano together for about 10 minutes.
Yep. And
in my personal life, I would have to say both times my daughters were born. I have two little girls, and the moment that they came into the world and they were in my hands, they weren't there, and then one moment they're in my hands, I would have to say that's above anything.
I have to agree with you there, mate. We were just talking about that off air before, and yeah, I think I'm in the same boat there.
Good for you.
Biggest personal achievement?
Biggest personal achievement? My wife.
Your wife? better throw that one in.
I got a perfect 10, mate. I got a perfect 10.
Great stuff. We're nearly there. Most embarrassing moment?
Well, you see, I don't get too embarrassed, man. It's hard to embarrass me. Let me see. Well, most embarrassing moment.
You may not have had one. I mean, like you say, if you don't get embarrassed.
I think I've been embarrassed a couple of times, but I don't get too embarrassed, man.
That's fair enough, mate.
That's my answer. I don't get embarrassed.
That's cool. Okay, this one might get you as well, but we'll see how we go, because I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there that approach you at shows, after shows, that sort of thing. Try this one. Your weirdest request from a fan?
To have sexual relations with his wife.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Is that over the line? I mean, do I need to give you a good one?
No, I don't think it's over the line. Maybe it is for yourself. And
yeah. Well, no, okay, as long as it's not for the radio show. I also had a man ask me to sign his ass, and I went ahead and did it.
I wonder if he ended up getting it tattooed.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's out there. Okay, now your little bonus question. Tell us what you know about Australia.
What I know about Australia, I know there's something called a walkabout that young Aborigine men have to do. I know that y'all got some big knives down there. I know you got big snakes and mean-ass sharks. I know that I've never been there. I know that people in the Midwest and Western United States think I'm from Australia because of my southern accent. I know that AC/DC is from Australia. And I know that I would love to come there and rock a big concert. Other than that, I don't know much else.
And you haven't heard the stories about us supposedly going to work on kangaroos and stuff like that? It seems to be a lot of Americans get told that there's kangaroos all over the place.
No, I haven't heard that. I know y'all got kangaroo more than we got.
Yeah. Cool, mate. Oh, you know a little bit then about the country. So, and just what you said then at the end, we'd love to have you over here sometime rocking it out in Australia, that's for sure.
Tell me when and where, brother, and I'll be there. I got a passport and I got Sky Miles.
Good stuff, mate. I think we better get talking to Average Joes and get something happening, that's for sure. That was great fun there with the quiz.
We can do it.
Yeah, for sure. Talking with the man Demun Jones himself about him as a person, an artist, and of course some of the tracks off the album Jones County is coming up very, very soon. Stick around as it's going to be a real insight into the album with Demun as we go through a few tracks. We're going to play a track now freshly released off Mud Digger 5, which is the track Demun Jones contributed. It's a cracker track called Wheels Fall Off. It's right here on Mud Diggin' Down Under on Average Joe's Radio. I'm DJ Shauno.
The rain moving in, so we moving on. Now we gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Fast, loud, and low. A tall, loud, mean. We gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Yeah, we about to get more mud than you ever seen. We gon' sling it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. We reppin' that flag until the day we die. We gon' fly till the wheels fall off. I pulled a ride out here with my other ride. It's so high, I need a trampoline to get inside. It take a half a tank of gas to go a quarter mile. And when I crank it up, it shakes the whole mud pile. I can't drive it on the road, it's way too wide. But it can float across the pond, yeah, I wouldn't lie. A Super Ag 54 flotation tires. They cost just as much money as a whole ride. But when you see me rolling, then you gonna know why. It's like a tank mixed with a Suzuki Samurai. And jaws drop to the ground when we ride by. They all looking up cause we sitting sky high. The rain moving in, so we moving on. Now we gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Fast, loud, and low. A tall, loud, mean. We gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Yeah, we about to get more mud than you ever seen. We gon' sling it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. We reppin' that flag until the day we die. We gon' fly till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Tuned up, gas up, roll up on the scene. 6 feet up, loud, tall, and mean. We about to sling more mud than you ever seen. Outside stay dirty, inside stay clean. My crew dressed the same like a football team, wearing muddy shirts if you know what I mean. Boots, of course, with some Carhartt jeans. My straw hat's a crown that makes me the king. Squad of cheerleaders, you can hear them scream louder than a bunch of drunks on Jim Beam. They're all so fine, it's hard to believe that they love getting dirty, every redneck's dream. The rain moving in, so we moving on. Now we gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Fast, loud, and low. A tall, loud, mean. We gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Yeah, we about to get more mud than you ever seen. We gon' sling it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. We reppin' that flag until the day we die. We gon' fly till the wheels fall off. Fall off. We rollin' deep, not as deep as the mud. We getting rowdy, the music is turned up. Keep it coming, I just can't get enough. They must love it cause they keep showing up. And shorts barely cover half of a bud. Dixie dimes, you should see the trucks. Bigfoot, status jacked up, and they all homemade. Man, it's just nuts. The rain moving in, so we moving on. Now we gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Fast, loud, and low. A tall, loud, mean. We gon' ride it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. Yeah, we about to get more mud than you ever seen. We gon' sling it till the wheels fall off. Fall off. We reppin' that flag until the day we die. We gon' fly till the wheels fall off. Fall off.
Yes, this is DJ Shauno here, right here on Average Joe's Radio. You're listening to Mud Diggin' Down Under. Today it's a feature show with an interview with Demun Jones as we're entering Jones County with the freshly released CD. Make sure you get a copy of it on iTunes and of course go to his website www.demunjones.com. Let's get back to the interview. We're joined today on Mud Diggin' Down Under here on Average Joe's Radio by the man himself, Demun Jones, who featured in the last track there, Wheels Fall Off. It's a killer track. It's a great track, Demun. Anything you want to add about that one?
You know, I did a song with a country hip-hop group called the Georgia Boys, and we shot the video for it in Jones County. So when we were shooting that video, I called some of my buddies to bring their big rides out there, and some of them were just so ridiculous that that's what Wheels Fall Off is. That's what I based it on. I try to base all of my songs off of something actual, and then that way I can use my real experience to really get in depth with describing them in a real life way, so you feel like you're seeing what I'm saying, you know. And so that song is about an actual vehicle, and it does float across the water and all that. And it was a Suzuki Samurai with these 5 or 6 foot tires on it, and it just took out off across the water, and it floats, you know, with the tires spinning. I don't know what kind of air it's got in it or whatever, but I feel like that it fit perfectly on Mud Digger 5, and it's getting a good response, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, it's a great track. It's a thumping track. And as I mentioned, it's time now. We're going to cross the county line, and we're going to enter Jones County. The album that we're talking about today, it is all killers and no fillers, as I said at the top of the show, and I'm sure you'll be proud of the final product, as you should be. Let's chat about a couple of them now, Demun. Track 1, Boondocks. It just goes kapow and hits you right at the start. Track 1 off the album. I hear this track is written about a film clip experience you had. Tell us the story about this one. It was apparently when you did the Muddy Muddy vid.
Yeah, I did the Muddy Muddy video last summer in Taylor County, Georgia. It's actually on Highway 96 out of Warner Robins, where my brother, Danny, lives. And you know, I had been to mud bogs and stuff, you know, before, but this one was different. You know, it was a new thing, and there was 5,000 people there, and I was so affected by it. You know, the Muddy Muddy song, I had already wrote it, you know, so I went there to shoot the video for Muddy Muddy, and while I'm shooting the video, I was so affected by what I saw, and the place is actually called the Boondocks, so I felt like that it deserved its own song, and so like I said before, with Wheels Fall Off, I try to base these songs off of actual places and things, so that way the people that know about it will feel energized. You know what I'm saying? When they hear it, they're like, yes, I know what he's talking about. That's where I go. I do that, and it's a special place. If you're ever, any of you Aussies are ever over here, you need to go check it out.
Apparently it's redneck heaven, as you say, or it was that particular day.
Oh, it definitely was.
Fantastic, mate.
Look at the video. I mean, look at if you tell people to look at the Muddy Muddy video on YouTube, that whole video was shot in the Boondocks. Watch it from beginning to end, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
There you go, relates to the track Boondocks. We're going to hear it now. Here's track 1 off the new Demun Jones CD entitled Jones County. Get your copy today, of course, on iTunes, and also look up Demun's website, www.demunjones.com. We're about to get muddy here with track 1, Boondocks, right here on Mud Diggin' Down Under. This is Average Joe's Radio. I'm DJ Shauno, here with Demun Jones.
Pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Y'all better turn up, show some love. We bring out all sides of town. Get your hands up, cause it's about to go down. Well, I pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Y'all better turn up, show some love. It's in the rednecks in the house. Get your hands up, cause it's about to go down. Well, I pull up my truck, y'all know what's up. Everybody let me see you throw your hands up. Now where the hell y'all at? Get your hands up, cause it's about to go down. Who needs a winch when my tires are feet deep in the ditch? Dropping it low, and I'm pulling straight out of that bitch. Now you know you can't see city lights from where I'm talking. Just the headlights on rise and bonfires sparking in the smell of burnt fuel fills the air. Got trucks and trailers lined up everywhere. Got a lot of food cooking, there's plenty to share. Most of the girls ain't wearing makeup and nobody cares. We got 1,000-acre lot and 5 days to play. Plenty rain done fell trail on this Georgia red clay. So crank up your buggy, four-wheeler, a gator, and make sure you got a snorkel on that carburetor. We getting muddy, too deep for regular rides. If it ain't a 4x, don't even come inside. Just park at the entrance on the asphalt and rocks. Don't dare try to ride through these boondocks. When I pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Y'all better turn up, show some love. Is in the rednecks and the high-hats. Get your hands up, cause it's about to go down. When I pull up my truck, y'all know what's up. Everybody let me see you throw your hands up. Now where the hell y'all at? Get your hands up, cause it's about to go down. Longhorn Laramie Dodge 35 Hun, Duramax Diesel Z71, King Ranch F250 with horsepower to kill. CJ with KC lights on the roof and the grill. Jet black Tundra with the P Diddy pack. Red Rock, the whole window lets down in the back, and pull a tank uphill into wheel. And if that won't rip the pit, then nothing out of here will. A lot of y'all like to argue over Ford or Chevy, but as long as it sits up high and it's heavy, it don't matter. I repeat, it don't matter. Mount up in your big truck and make mud splatter. Don't listen to the chatter, live it if you love it, and jack it up high so nobody can see above it. And don't forget the ladder for the ladies to climb, and turn your crew cab into a club at nighttime. Come on, pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Y'all better turn up, show some love. It's in the rednecks and the high-hats. Get your hands up, cause it's about to go down. When I pull up my truck, y'all know what's up. Everybody let me see you throw your hands up. Now where the hell y'all at? Get your hands up, cause it's about to go down. In between mile markers 5 and 6, take a left and drive straight back into the sticks. Now city boy might think he's going to hell, but this is redneck heaven if you can't tell. If you're scared to get your clothes dirty, don't come here, cause ain't nobody looking at what you wear. It's the Boondocks, baby, let me see you put your hands up, cause it's about to go down. Pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Pull up my truck, stick it in the mud. Redneck. 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 Dixie Dimes, you should see the trucks. Bigfoot, status jacked up, and they all homemade. Man, it's just nuts. The rain moving in, so we moving on. Now we gon' ride it to the wheels.
Australia, America, everywhere. I'm Demun Jones, and this is DJ Sean O's Mud Digger Down Under show.
Yeah, we about to get in more mud than you ever seen. We gon' sling it till the wheels fall off.
That's a great track there, track one, Boondocks, off the album Jones County, and we're lucky enough to be talking to Demun Jones right here on Mud Diggin' Down Under, here on Average Joe's Radio, if you've just tuned into us. That must have been one hell of a day out there, Demun.
It was a long day. I actually came back the morning of the second day to finish up. And, those people go out there on Wednesday, and they stay till Sunday. And they all, everybody's sharing food, and everyone's sharing four-wheelers and side-by-sides and ATVs. And, it was a special place for sure.
It sounds like it would have been a blast. Would have loved to have been there. Now, Demun, in this next question, save track 11 for later, but you also had some other great artists featured on this album, with Charlie Farley on Ra and Georgia Boys featured on Chrome. Tell us a bit about these two tracks and those guys' involvement on the album.
I was looking, I had already made most of the album when I did both of those songs. And I was looking for opportunities to include some of my fellow country rappers, on it. And I had a previous relationship with Georgia Boys from, co-writing and featuring on their Welcome to Georgia song and helping make that video. So Chrome, Shannon and Hano Leathers, Shannon Houchins and Hano Leathers made the track. And Shannon said, look, we're going to make this song, it's going to be called Chrome. And I got it right off the bat. These guys that they spend all this money on, on these trucks around here, on the tires and the rims and the step. Everything is just to the max. It is crazy. And you've seen it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you know, when they're not in the mud, a lot of these trucks are the best looking thing going up and down the road. So I just wanted to do something about the mud trucks. And you know, a lot of these guys got little sports cars too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I wanted to do something that still covered the gamut of whatever these guys are riding in. Because they spend a lot of time washing and polishing these things after they get home from the mud bog on Sunday. And then I gave it to D Thrash from Georgia Boys, and he was like, heck yeah, man. And then he knocked it out, and I think he just made it, you know, it perfectly. And then Charlie Farley I think that Charlie has kind of stepped away from music now, so I was glad I got him when I did. I think this is one of the last verses he did for anybody before he quit. And, you know, again, this is based on, you know, I mean, have you ever heard a truck? Have you ever heard a F-250 sitting on 45 mud grips coming down the highway with a super chip in it? You know what I mean? It's like, it sounds like a monster is coming down the road. And with my aggressive approach, you know what I mean? And I try to have a real energetic, aggressive approach to most of my music. Not all of it, but some of it. And I felt like that I wanted to base a song on that. You know, go into that noise when you hear a big rig coming down the road, you know what I mean? And tearing up the highway. And I just based it on that of us like running around causing trouble, speeding in these big mud trucks on the highway, and Charlie Farley ripped it, and I think it did perfectly.
Fantastic. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. We've got similar things over here in Australia, but we don't actually have the big high pickup trucks as you guys have got. We've actually got these things that we call utes, and they're a smaller version of the American pickup. I'll send you some links through on Facebook or Twitter, and you can check them out. But same sort of thing. They put truck exhaust pipes on them and mud flaps.
I'm actually aware. I've actually seen this, man. I mean, I kind of keep up with what's going on, man, in the mud culture all over the world. Also, I mean, y'all have mud parks and stuff over there as well. I know it's a little different than the way we do it, but you're still doing it.
Yeah. Well, there you go, listeners. You heard it here first. Demun's right up to it with Australians. Mud culture, that's for sure, and the utes. That's fantastic. I don't think I've ever come across an American that's actually, that I've spoken to, that's actually aware of what we do over here with that sort of thing. So that's really cool.
Oh yeah, I follow several, Aussies on Twitter and Facebook, and like Mud Park Australia. I mean, I follow a lot of those whatever sites are up there, and then some of the individuals that are on there. I coordinate going back and forth. I mean, there's several guys in Australia that I stay in touch with and they support my music. I'm real grateful. I want to keep up with what's going on with my people.
No, it's good, mate. I see you interacting out there on social media as well, and it just shows what kind of man you are as an artist, and having interest in your fans and interacting with your fans and all that sort of stuff. It speaks volumes about yourself as a person.
Thank you, man. Well, I mean, I really, this is what I do. This is what I am, and there's no greater honor than to have other people share your music. You know what I mean? Like, and like experience your music with you and ride around and listen to it. And the least I can do is stay informed. I mean, I care. You know what I mean? I care about these people. They're fans, but I think of them as friends as well. They participate. It's a two-way street. You have somebody making music, but if you don't have anyone listening to it, I mean, you're just a tree falling out in the woods when nobody's looking.
Yeah.
Nobody's hearing you, man. If nobody's hearing you, you ain't doing nothing. So I'm real grateful, and I mean, I wouldn't think of doing it any other way.
Yeah, well, you're doing it the right way, mate. And as I say, I know for a fact that fans out there do appreciate the artists like yourself in the industry that actually take the time and interact with them and, make them feel important about your career as well. And it does. It just keeps that relationship strong.
Right. Well, I'm glad to do it.
Also, another special track to you is the track I'm a Man. Can you share with the listeners the significance of this track? You actually sing on this one rather than rapping in the lyrics. I know this is a personal one to you.
Yeah, that song was co-written by the Eye for an Eye guys, if you'll look them up. Bubba Sparks does a lot of work with them. And John Connor co-produced it. He produced the whole Big Schmo album. I don't know if y'all know who Big Schmo is. He got the new TV show about to come out. But yeah, they presented the demo, and then and I wrote to it, and it's very personal. It made me think about my father, and so I went into that, and my dad raised me the right way. He did. I did get spanked with a belt when I needed it, and he's my best friend now. Besides my wife, my father, and my wife, and my mom are my best friends. So I'm not mad. I do think that the way he raised me has everything to do with where I'm at, and I learned how I knew what hard work was, and I was loved. I was loved, and I was taught respect, and I'm just kind of trying to exemplify what type of man I am because of what type of man he was, my whole life, and that's what the song's about. So it's very personal.
It's one thing that is missing these days. I won't get too political in the interview, but it's one thing that a lot of younger kids do need a bit these days, and that's how to be respectful to people. I reckon it's sort of going.
The whole parenting trend is falling off. There's too many. I'm not down in the single parents because they're heroes, but there's too many people that are so quick to walk away from their children, and I don't know anything about that. I could never be that type of person. And I don't necessarily think it's their fault. I just think that if you're not ever taught that, I think it's a cycle. A lot of people that don't come up with a father don't know how to be a father. And a lot of people that aren't, a lot of these ladies that don't raise with their mom around aren't necessarily taught how to be a proper mother. And I think that's something that we're going to have to correct if civilization is going to be civilized.
Couldn't agree more with you there, mate. You hit the nail right on the head. Now, another track off the album, Tannerite. We'll hear it very, very shortly. But for an Aussie boy like me who is still learning a lot of the USA lingo and terms, as we have different meanings to words here as you guys do over there, I had to Google Tannerite and Sasquatch, which are two words in this track, and it's quite predominant throughout the track, to see what they actually were. And I came up with an explosive and a Bigfoot beast type character. Tell me about
what it is.
Tell me about the story.
Well, Tannerite is some nasty stuff, and it's not fictional. Tannerite is some real stuff, and it's not illegal. It's not illegal in the United States.
It's aluminium.
You can go buy 100 pounds of it and blow up a bridge. You have to shoot it with a high-powered rifle, and who's got all the high-powered rifles? The rednecks got all the high-powered rifles, for the deer hunting and all that. So, I was in the studio with 5-Star Jared, kind of looked at me, he's like, we should do a song about Tannerite. And I was like, what? He's like, Tannerite. And I was like, tell me what you're talking about. And he pulled it up, and I was like, oh, I know what this stuff is. I had buddies that play with it, and people use it when they're shooting, like, targets that are a mile or 2 miles away. You can't tell if you hit your target. So people use this, so when you hit it, it explodes. But it has to be a high-powered rifle. I don't know how they engineered that, but heat won't detonate it. Nothing will detonate it. A little pistol won't. You have to shoot it with a 223 or above. So I started writing, and at first I didn't really think about it being a fictional tale, but then it just kind of went there. In the United States, there's always these Bigfoot sightings. It's like the Loch Ness Monster,
Yep.
There's Bigfoots in the woods, Sasquatch. They call it a Yeti, Sasquatch, or Bigfoot. So Sasquatch just went in my rhyme a little better, and really I was referring to a real big deer. When I wrote it, I was just thinking, okay, because in Jones County, we have the most white-tailed deer than anywhere in the world per square mile. It's the white-tailed deer capital of the earth. So I was saying, instead of saying a big deer, I was saying a Sasquatch with a white tail. But then, when we went to shoot the video, we were like, nah, man, we got to get a Sasquatch. We got to get a Bigfoot. So, I contacted Bigfoot's manager, and it was really hard to get a Sasquatch to show up for the video shoot, but we were able to do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. For the Aussie listeners, as I say, Sasquatch is just imagine Chewbacca out of Star Wars.
Exactly, but taller.
Taller, yeah.
Yeah.
The track has a great sound to it. Let's hear it. This is Jones County Mud Digging Down Under here on Average Joe's Radio. Here's Tannerite, Demun Jones.
Tannerite, Yep. Yeah, we're gonna cause some damage tonight. I got plenty of bullets. I brought every gun I own. Shooting big bucks from muddy trucks way back in the sticks. Head to toe, Masio, running with a pack of hicks. Silver Rado, 6 inches lift kid. 1 million lumen in my spotlight to get lit. Anything fall in my sight, it's damn sure about to get hit. By my Remington, Ultra Mag, and my Colt 30-06. Bolt action, Springfield 175th. I brought a full rack so that everybody I'm with. So we sit back with a 30-pack, buck knife and a crossbow. Not a violent guy, you cross the line. Oh Lord, y'all know now it's gonna get ugly. Messy to say the least, I'm going beast mode when I explode off the chain on leash. Counting boys on the prowl, don't give a damn tonight. Yeah, we gon' make it blow like Tannerite. Pack it up, back up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger. I spent the whole day dialing in my gun sight. Yeah, we gon' make it blow like Tannerite. Pack it up, back up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger. The moonshine, I love it. City lights, I hate it. I don't got no time for it if it ain't mud related. Everything looks green in my night vision tonight. Got a backseat full of ammunition. You don't wanna pick a fight. I'm just minding my own business in my new spot that the game warden don't know about. My Owen got hot. Now I hear something approaching. I'm seeing it through my goggles. A Sasquatch with a white tail. Shoot to kill is my motto. So we 10 foot in a deer stand full of beer cans by the food plot in July. Oh my, until they catch me I won't stop. And I ain't trying to spot if it's a 10-pointer or not. If I got a clear shot, pop, pop. Counting boys on the prowl, don't give a damn tonight. Yeah, we gon' make it blow like Tannerite. Pack it up, back up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger. I spent the whole day dialing in my gun sight. Yeah, we gon' make it blow like Tannerite. Pack it up, back up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger. Back it up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger. Pack it up, back up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger. Counting boys on the prowl, don't give a damn tonight. Yeah, we gon' make it blow like Tannerite. Pack it up, back up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger. I spent the whole day dialing in my gun sight. Yeah, we gon' make it blow like Tannerite. Pack it up, back up, lock and load. Breathe in, exhale, squeeze the trigger.
That was Tannerite by Demun Jones there. I'm DJ Shauno and we're mud digging down under today with Demun Jones, talking about his brand new CD, Jones County. Of course, it's available on iTunes and demunjones.com. Make sure you get yourself a copy.
Yes, this is DJ Shauno here, right here on Average Joe's Radio. You're listening to Mud Digging Down Under. Today it's a feature show with an interview with Demun Jones as we're entering Jones County with the freshly released CD. Make sure you get a copy of it on iTunes and of course go to his website www.demunjones.com. Let's get back to the interview.
Now Demun, the last track we're going to talk about today was one I thoroughly enjoyed. It's called 11 and it features the Low Cash Cowboys and Bubba Sparks on it. This track is an absolute ripper. Tell us about the writing behind this one.
You know, Preston from the Low Cash Cowboys wrote the chorus to it. And, 11 has a bunch of meanings to it, to me. You know, I live on Highway 11 my whole life, since I was born. I live here. And, he was just talking about turning it up past 10. Like 10 is just a common top. A lot of times when you take it up to 10, that means you took it all the way to the top. And he was just saying, well, let's take it up to 11, and let's just do a song about taking it past what everybody is used to. And so that's what it's about. And, he knows that me and Preston, we share a love for sneakers. Like, even though we're country and southern boys, I grew up with work boots on all the time. And so when I started making a living with the music, I started collecting sneakers. So I wear a lot of sneakers. And even in the Muddy Muddy video, I'm rocking Nike Delta Forces, and so because that's why he said I got my chicks and my kicks, and the DJ mix turned up to 11. You know what I'm saying? I got the DJ, I got the music crunk, I got the hottest lady in the whole building, and I got the freshest pair of sneakers on, and we're still doing country music, And then Bubba's one of my closest friends. I mean, he's like a brother to me, and I've known him for a long time. Ever since his early days in music. Me and Bubba have been very, very close. And he's actually the one that told me that I should put Jones on Demon, because people just used to call me Demon. And Bubba was like, man, you need to be called Demun Jones, because that puts the realness into it. That puts, that takes it away from being something scary. Somebody just walk around saying, yo, that's Demon. But if somebody says, hey, that's Demun Jones, then it sounds more like a person you're talking about instead of a monster. Yeah. And so Bubba really helped me coin the phrase Demun Jones. And I knew he was right when he told me, so I went with it. So to have him on the song, I wasn't real crazy about my attempt at the song at first, and when it was unmixed. But then once they mixed it and Bubba put his verse on it, I just fell in love with it. And I think that it's very different than any of my other songs on the record. And I think that country music fans, ordinary country music fans, were going to really enjoy it.
When I first heard it, mate, it was saying about turn it up to 11. The first thing that come into my head, nothing relating to the sound of the song or anything like that, but the first thing that come into my head when I heard that lyric was, have you ever heard of a band called Spinal Tap?
Absolutely.
Remember Nigel when he says, this amp, it goes to 11?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
That's where
and something else that made the song work for me is I got this T-shirt that's got a volume knob on it, and the volume knob goes from 1 up to 10. But on my T-shirt, the knob is spent past 10, and it's on where 11 would be. And I've had this shirt, and I got it because, I'm the energetic, loud guy. You know what I mean? Like, You can tell by my music. I mean, when I get in the studio or on stage, I'm completely, my energy level is on a whole nother level, and I just felt like it just made a lot of sense to me, so I was able to go with it and make it work, for sure.
Could be a new merchandise product for you there, mate, for that song, just with a knob on a T-shirt, like a replicated thing, similar to what you got there with your name branded all over it. I reckon it'd be a pretty cool T-shirt myself.
Absolutely, I agree. I got a bunch of new stuff, man, on DemunJones.com, man, some cool pieces on there. Make sure you check it out, man. It's DemunJones.com. We got some stuff popping up there every day now, and I'm going to try to keep it full of cool stuff. So, a lot of people that love music, they don't want to just listen to it. They want to wear it. They want to represent it. They want to, they want to represent you all the time. So I'm trying to give people that are into my music every opportunity to be a part of it. And I mean, if you're wearing a Jones County hat, or if you're wearing a Demun Jones T-shirt or a Muddy Buddy T-shirt, then you're part of the equation,
That's awesome, mate. As I say, you're really doing a good thing for your fans out there, and it's great for an artist like yourself getting out there and just keeping it real. Well,
thank you, man.
Well, Demun, it's been a highlight to have you on the show today, brother. People can follow and support you, of course, on Twitter and Facebook. Search Demun Jones, and of course, make sure you get a copy of the latest CD now, Jones County. It is available on iTunes, and of course, his website, www.demunjones.com, along with some awesome merchandise on there as well. So get on there and check it out, and support all the artists, of course, here on Average Joe's Radio. Thanks for joining us, Demun. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate. We look forward to catching up with you again soon. Hopefully you're going to be mud digging down under sometime soon. I'm really excited to see how this album goes for you.
Thank you, man. Make sure the video comes out, the album drops on June 10th, and the Tannerite video comes out on June the 11th. So make sure that y'all check that out.
Fantastic stuff. Time now to crank it up to 11 with track 11 off the album we featured today. This is Low Cash Cowboys and Bubba Sparks along with Demun Jones. This is 11, freshly released off the album Jones County. Check it out right here on Mud Digging Down Under, Average Joe's Radio. You got DJ Shauno here.
I got my kicks and the chicks and the DJ mix turned up to 11. Yeah, the speaker's gonna thump, the party's gonna jump on up to 11. I'm already tipsy, somebody give me one more shot of that redneck whiskey. I'll be floating like a cloud, almost touching heaven. Boys and girls, gather around. We're about to show you how real country folk get down. Let's take it straight past 10 to a whole new level. Add a notch on that dial and crank it up to 11. Now I'm a little overdressed, but life is a show. I got low cash with me. Now everybody knows it's time to board the flight. Come on, let's go. If all night ain't enough, well then it's on till tomorrow.
I got my kicks and the chicks and the DJ mix turned up to 11. Yeah, the speakers gonna thump, the party's gonna jump on up to 11. I'm already tipsy, somebody give me one more shot of that redneck whiskey. I'll be floating like a cloud, almost touching heaven.
Now if you dance while intoxicated, it's okay. If that's what you need to take the worries away, we gotta take it over the top. A place you ain't been, a place up and away and beyond 10. And that was all the way up, and then we showed up. Now we keep it on 11, that's Crunk Deluxe. So wear something comfy, this may take a bit until the wheels fall off. We got that dance floor lit.
I got my kicks and the chicks and the DJ mix turned up to 11. Yeah, the speakers gonna thump, the party's gonna jump on up to 11. I'm already tipsy, somebody give me one more shot of that redneck whiskey. I'll be floating like a cloud, almost touching heaven.
Demun Jones and low cash, it was more cash, we get it so fast. And the thing they said it won't last. Country boy rap, it's just crap, I mean it's so trash. You don't know we winning, my friend, and you better go ask. Go ask your mama, go ask your daddy. Come ask your baby, she's riding high in the Chevy. 11 feet high, volume on 11. We raising too much hell, somebody call a reverend.
My kicks and the chicks and the DJ mix turned up to 11. Yeah, the speakers gonna thump, the party's gonna jump on up to 11. I'm already tipsy, somebody give me one more shot of that redneck whiskey. I'll be floating like a cloud, almost touching heaven on 11.
Some great tracks there from Jones County, Demun Jones. Well, that wraps up Mud Diggin' Down Under here on Average Joe's Radio for another week. Make sure you get a copy of Jones County on iTunes or get onto his website www.demunjones.com. Also check out his great range of merchandise he's got on there as well. Also get on and follow Demun on Twitter and Facebook, along with Average Joe's Radio, Average Joe's Entertainment, and of course myself, Outlaw DJ. Also check out the new Mud Diggin' Down Under Facebook like page and give that a like. That'll have all your up-to-date news, show set list, and lots more. Maybe even some competitions down the track. I'll be back next week here on Average Joe's Radio again. Mud Diggin' Down Under, same muddy time, same muddy channel. Stay safe out there, look after your mates, and respect the ladies. This is Mud Diggin' Down Under. I'm DJ Shauno. See you next week.
Country.
Big B, Moonshine Band, Suburban Noise Records. Let's go!
I'm an outlaw, give me 2 shots. We don't need a radio, bring a jukebox. For my outlaws, bring me 3 shots. We can raise hell before the speed stops. I'm a whiskey drinking SOB. If you don't like that, then you won't like me. I'm an outlaw. I said I'm an outlaw.
Country.
G'day, mate. This is Colt Ford. That's pretty good for a redneck. That's pretty good for a redneck. That's pretty good for a redneck.